Yo, good morning, everybody. Not sure if we're streaming yet or not. Awesome. Good to know. Lucci will be here in just a minute. I did see his lovely face just a minute ago. Economic data, as you guys.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
What's cracking?
How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, we'll get started shortly here with our morning game plans and pre-market activity.
Yo, Colby, chill out. What are you doing, man?
Good morning, Shock.
Harp.
We'll wait for Jay to hop in here, but we should get started. Well, let's give it a minute here. Good morning, everybody. Colby, Luke. Good morning. You're ready to go. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. We're ready to go over here too. John T. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We'll take a look at the gap ups and gap downs in a second here.
Hey, Lucci, I got this this light installed. Is this any better? What's your read on this?
Nah.
All right, let's turn it up. What do you expect, man? The thing's made in the PRC. Is that any better?
Okay, we got to do a couple things here.
Yeah.
How do we get the light? Can we get the light higher in that actual room?
I mean, I can turn. I turned on the other interior lights. Hang on.
Mm-hmm. That's looking better. That's looking better. Do we have any light on the side of your guitars?
I do not.
Okay.
Let me see if I can turn this one overhead on more.
Okay. I mean, it's definitely better.
Okay.
It's definitely better. I want to change I want to mess around with the position of that camera too.
Okay.
But we'll do that. We'll do that later on in the afternoon. All right, everybody. Let's get crack-a-lacking. Good morning. Good morning. Let's start with our pre-market check-in here. Since Jay is not here to do his noteworthy activity here, I'll go ahead and get started with what's on my radar, and then we'll pass it over to Ranchero for some technical levels. Let's take a look here. So pre-market activity here for me and things on the radar here for me is, again, I still want to take a look at oil. Still want to kind of watch oil and banks specifically. Those are the two sectors here that I really want to pay more attention to. If you take a look at Bank of America, yesterday's action was actually half decent. There was some call buying on this piece of shit as well. I call it a piece of shit because, geez, it's difficult to catch a freaking move in this thing. So this Bank of America, the Goldman Sachs, and again, these things got earnings coming out, so they're going to be difficult too. So the theory is, do they bounce into the earnings, and then who the hell knows what happens during the earnings here? Okay. Other gap ups here this morning. I mean, it's pretty light, but the other very interesting name is the Pepsi. And we were having a whole discussion about this yesterday. Remember, Ranchero, about the freaking drugs here? They make you not addicted to sugar and blah, 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 whatever the fuck people were saying, which is now kind of bullshit, right? So here's all the articles saying hefty quarter pokes a hole in the idea of an Ozempic fueled sell-off. And if you look at where they beat, right? Frito-Lay beat, Quaker Foods beat. Yeah, we're going to talk about that one in a second too. North America beverages up. All this shit is up, right? So again, it proves that America is filled with motherfucking degenerates. All right. And if we roll back over to the chart, take a look at that Pepsi here. You can see we got a decent gap up here going on. Now, those defense stocks, fucking defense stocks. Ranchero, you see this shit?
Yeah.
So LMT, GD, I think there's a bunch of other. Ben, what's the other one over there? GD. Is there another one? I think there's one more. Even the BA here is gapping up. This thing actually just hit 190. So BA is another name. And again, you guys know I've been messing around with this thing. Couldn't hold it. So again, I think the idea is to wait for dips here and then shoot out. So banks, BA, these defense stocks, definitely very interesting. And beyond that, just taking a look at SPY with the move yesterday from 432. If we get over 433, I think we can test that recent gap at around 435. So that's even more upside. RTX, right? That's a Raytheon or whatever. So that was the other one there. And again, the oil names continuing, possibly continuing higher. So that's what I got, man. Ranch, can you hook us up with some levels, man? Anything interesting over there for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on board with the defense stuff. If you've taken any kind of a tour around Twitter, the fervor and emotion surrounding what's going on over in Israel is pretty thick. So I see continuation for these defense names.
Mhm.
The other thing that we saw the other day was an interesting call buyer on the Qs at very
Right.
close to the end of the day. Big money
Yeah,
came
I'll
in
pull
on the
that up.
372s.
Yep.
So something to keep in mind on the on that position. Number one is if you really, I mean, if you just want to play the cues, it's great. If you want to look for an an individual name, consider the top 10. And we saw a lot of buying on Apple yesterday. So top
Mhm.
10 in the cues is what? Apple, Microsoft,
Yep.
Amazon,
Yep.
Nvidia, Meta,
Yep.
Tesla, Google.
Yep.
And then two that get overlooked that could be really nice is Broadcom, ticker AVGO, and Costco. So don't overlook those, because if the Qs make a move, you might find that you catch a Costco, and if you get a nice 25, 50 lot on Costco and it runs 20 points in a day, you're going to be freaking happy. So that's kind of on my mind with that Q buyer. So not in front of economic numbers necessarily, but AVGO and Costco are definitely added to the list. I like the Pepsi and the Coke idea. Pepsi's getting a gap up this morning, so let's see if that whole thing just reverses. That could be a nice trade. The 8 EMA on Pepsi is 165.23. 21 brings you up to 170 and a half. Or it could all just be, a gap up, and they pull it back. You gotta wait and see. I traded horribly yesterday, and it was because I was too impatient, and I had really bad entries and exits yesterday, and that's normal for me to do. What's not normal for me to do is just continue to grind it to an 8K loss. So
Yeah.
I've got some makeup to do there. So I've got to be patient with my trades today.
I mean, you had a great Friday. You
Yeah.
had a great Friday, and you kind of gave some of those gains back. But
Yep.
that's the name of the game. That's what happens out here. All right. Moving forward here. Um, Back to what were we talking about? We were talking about that Q bet, right? So that Q bet that he's talking about is flagged up here. You can see them up here. This guy came in and bought for the end of the week 372 calls, right? And put down about $1.6 million. And again, you know, does it mean it goes there? Not necessarily. Does it mean, does it mean, who knows at the end of the day? But as we watch tape, as you watch price, as you watch, as Ranchero said, the top 10 names, as you kind of get action that indicates, hey, this could happen, it kind of brings about the ideas, so to speak. And again, like these are the things that the steam room and having access to the flow here can really help you out with. And this is the stuff that you get access to all day. Remember, that came in at the end of the day, 1:30. Um, so that is super, super cool kind of feature here in the room that we can pin it there as well. And I think finally here we got Jesus back in the house. Jesus, what's up, man?
Good morning.
Jay.
What's up, kiddos?
Okay, we're gonna put you right on the spot here this morning. You want to hook us up with your noteworthy activity here this morning?
Noteworthy activity. Well, what do you mean setup wise, right? Or what?
Yeah, some of the stuff that you post here in the morning to the room here. I want everybody to kind of just take a look at it and see what you do kind of on a daily basis. Just throwing out information here
Yeah,
in the
so
chat.
I mean, basically, everything evolves. Everything we focus on evolves around flows, positioning, sentiment. Try to get things when they all line up on one side, especially at extremes. That's where usually a fat pitch lies. So that's what I keep everybody updated on throughout, every day, even if we're not at extremes, just so people get an idea of where we're at. Interestingly, these last couple of days, we've been seeing some of those shorts covered. We talked about the systematic funds, how much selling over the past couple of weeks. They're done. They're out of the way. So you got a clearer picture here, ironically, with a whole mess in the Middle East. Aside from that, positioning wise, you got a cleaner picture. So that gives us a little bit of a bullish bias here. We don't want to get sloppy, necessarily chase up moves, but anytime we're seeing weakness, we're seeing short covering into weakness, and that's been the opportunity, right? On fades, on an intraday basis, stuff like that. So I think that same playbook lies here. What it comes down to, I think, is the most interesting facet going into Thursday, the CPI. Do they take the air out of the VIX? And don't forget, we had a nice spike in the put the call last week, which kind of put a floor in here as well. But do they unwind those two things ahead of Thursday's CPI? The reason why I say that, a lot of players like to keep on some protection into those binary events, and then what you usually see is an unwind of that stuff after the fact, right, when there's nothing material, and hence a big squeeze. So that's what I think we should keep an eye on. Keep an eye on the VIX, similar to yesterday. The VIX has been the primary driver, and the put the call as well. We'll see if air comes out. We could probably see some more upside before Thursday here.
Yeah, and just to note another thing here, something else that that Jesus does in the room every single day. You can take a look at these sort of morning updates that he kind of drops in at around 7 o'clock in the morning. I swear to God, the dude doesn't sleep anyway. You got short-term sentiment composite. You got all these sentiment indicators here that he's kind of throwing out. Open interest changes and some of the bigger names that that have a lot of activity here. A lot of you guys are monitoring OI. Activity obviously in the heavy names, and then a lot of notes, upgrades and downgrades. A lot of bank notes, stuff that the banks throw out to their clients on what's going on in different sectors here. So again, there's a lot of information that he throws out here every single morning in the chat. And this you guys can get great access to in the morning, just to get yourself prepared, get yourself with the right sort of game plan here off the open here. All right, so 9:18 already here. SPY trading back up to around 433. So we are looking at a gap up so far. Again, I'm eyeing the Bank of America 4 dips, and then the Goldman Sachs 4 dips, possibly that JP Morgan there as well. Those are my best ideas on the day here so far. I don't think I'm going to mess around with the Pepsi or the defense names, but those are pretty interesting here. Let's take some comments. Let's see. Sang Lucci, Tim Cotton is asking if Jesus is ever going to show his P&L, or is it just a myth? But
I'm just going through the motions here.
Indeed,
I'm helping everybody else and leaving myself out of the loop.
We're getting to it.
Here's the scoop, right? Here's the honest to God truth, and there's no reason for me to bullshit. Personally, I have one main account. It's a corporate account that you guys know me, I've been a broker my whole career. I've been out of the game for what now? Was it 6 years maybe? But me and my guys that I work with, a lot of them still in the game. We have a corporate account that I am a partner in, right? I am not the main trader of that account anymore, obviously, because I got a lot on my plate here. But aside from that as well, I do play in my individual account, right? So that's what I'm trying to get on here right now would be the Thinkorswim account, which I only have access through mobile. And I'm working on, I got to get a hold of them, basically. I got to get on the horn with them, which I keep procrastinating. So, but I got to give them a call. I'm having issues logging on to what's a Schwab account now, apparently. So,
yeah.
Story.
Yeah. The Schwab account situation right there.
Now, I would ideally, and Luch, this is what I was going to mention. I would love to show that other account, but they're not big fans of that. They don't want to do that for good reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the problem there. But honestly, what we're showing anyhow, because like you're trading individually, Roncharo's trading individually, people getting the sense of the emotional. I don't think that account does what we're looking to do anyway, right? We want to see how we all react on the spot with emotion involved, right? So that's kind of more important anyway.
Indeed. Jay, do me a favor. Refresh that Momo scanner that's up there on your right when you get a
One more.
chance.
Oh, I just refresh it.
Yeah, just give it a
Okay.
quick
Is this
refresh
all?
here.
The middle one's good, right?
Yeah, that should
Okay.
be good. As long as it's scrolled down, you're good to go. So that Momo scanner is a new tool here that we have created. Basically, it just kind of does a lot of the work for you, which we know you're lazy fucks to begin with. So when you get into the room here, this is going to do a lot of work for you. A lot of people are asking about this $500,000 loss that I took. Um,
They
uh,
love it. They love it. See, that's
Bunso is
God.
Bunso is saying, how much time do you think it's going to take to come out of this drawdown? If you think about the time that it's going to take, you'll keep fucking it up. You keep fucking it up. It's the truth. It's the truth of the situation. Hands down, it is the truth. Nobody wants to hear that, of course, because you want to make it back as soon as freaking possible. Sometimes it happens right away. Other times it takes months. Other times it takes years. It's depending on where your head's at.
It can take a lifetime.
So, if you look at the loss that way, that's that's where shit gets even worse usually, especially for me. And again, that old saying where if the second you don't need it is when it comes, right? So, hence why when I go on these interviews and podcasts and things like that, I'm the first one to kind of throw that out there and say it like that, because if you think the more you think about the money, the more it's just gonna it's not gonna drop in your lap kind of thing. So you gotta stay. This game is mental. It's mental because you can take a bad emotion and just let it consume you.
Did you guys carry anything overnight?
Hell
Joe?
to the no.
No,
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 right?
I did want to carry Amazon because I was actually over trading like Ranchero yesterday towards the close, and I was just hopping up and down on SPY because I missed that 20 handle fucking move from
Yeah.
430 to 432. So I was just kind of shooting around trying to pick around. I didn't lose that much. I probably lost about a couple of grand, but yesterday was not a horrible day. But I did have the Amazon. I was thinking about holding some Amazon, but I never did. I closed everything.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, Amazon was one of the better ones. I posted one of those that trade alert kind of gave some color on if you scroll up here. That was one of the early orders. That was, I guess, the top trade in Amazon yesterday, profit wise. This one here. What is it? Weekly 128 for $1.10, almost at a quarter to 10 in the morning, 80%, 431 grand on 500 grand outlay. Yeah, these big ones. I mean, between AMD, Friday, Amazon, those things aren't going to help me much when they're having the great days. Those are not really my cup of tea. Those names.
Yeah, not at all.
you don't drink tea.
I don't drink tea. Exactly, one Joe. Exactly.
The Pinterest man has been trading pretty interesting. I wouldn't go long this thing, but just kind of keep that on the radar. The one thing I'm definitely watching is what we flagged out in the room yesterday. Wall Street Jesus, you remember the Q bet that came in towards the
Yeah,
afternoon?
yeah. I mentioned it in the
Yeah,
write up yesterday. Yeah, something definitely to keep an eye on.
yeah. So I'm just going to keep that option up, so just so I can watch it, just so I can just kind of see what's going on in that thing overall.
Yeah, and the one that I actually made a little bit of money on again was a scalp, but I think it was like 52 cents on it. The PLTR yesterday, which
Yeah,
actually went
man,
higher too than
that's
where I
gapping
was.
up. I think that's gapping up. I think
Yeah,
this
it
morning.
looks good.
That is actually gapping up this morning.
Let me post the changes on that. By the way, I don't think I did. Hold on.
Yeah, $18 on that PLTR. Take a look at this thing. Nice gap up here. Nice gap up. As soon as they said they were part of this defense
Yep.
situation, short-term trading, the line was, and again, this is not a problem that you would have if you were in the steam room. So again, folks, I would highly recommend take that trial here for $8. You get 2 weeks. That's the simplest way to make sure you stay on top of the action that comes out. That was the 372 call for the end of the week. for the end of the week. So they bought a good amount of that. And again, if you're in the room, you'd know the exact amount. You'd know where they bought it. You know, you'd be able to pin it as well. That way you can easily come back to it and find it later on if you forget. There's a lot of cool features that you're going to want to have access
So
to.
here are the PLTR changes off yesterday's action. You had 11,000 of the weekly 18 stick they carried over. Then some put selling, that 17.5 line for October 27th. That's the second line from the top. You guys could see it. There you go.
Yep, I'm throwing it on there. And again, these are things that Jesus does in the room all the time. If you ping him, it's like, yo, let me get the changes. Let me get the changes here in X, Y, and Z. He'll be like, all right, man, I got you. And he'll throw it out there for you. So, a place to be if you really want to shoot quick. Short-term trading, what's your username in the Steamroom, bro? What's your username? Adriana's talking about the PayPal. My bad if you're... I'm used to saying
it's ready to
Adriana.
break where? Do you know how to read technicals or not?
It's early, Rancho,
I'm sorry. That's ugly though. Like, I don't know why I think, and part of what we do too is we try to teach you how to use some of this stuff so that you don't make emotional decisions. Like, maybe you have probability for a little bit of a bounce up to some technical spots, but you're taking risk you don't have to take in a name like PayPal. Let it find its technicals to line up with its fundamentals, and then you have something. But if you try to force it or make a call, you're more times than not, you're going to put yourself in a situation where you're going to find trouble.
Yeah. And I think what he's referring to is like the last 4 days, there's a range and it's at the top of the range and it looks like it's ready to break out kind of thing. So I think that's what he's referring to here.
Yeah. No, I get it.
But again, what Ranchero's saying, it's very helpful here for a lot of us because a lot of options traders, they'll look at those ranges. It's at the top side of the range and they'll shoot and they'll buy the calls. And then what happens to you, Adrian? What usually happens to you when you shoot right there? That's you pay up for an option and it fucking goes anyway. It fucking goes nowhere. Take a look at this Bank of America here off the open. I'm definitely gonna flag this one. Actually, I'm gonna get a fucking option ready for it. Right, so let's get the BAC 26.5 calls here. Getting ready for this. Yeah, so let's just get this up and running.
I am condescending. I'm condescending because I am in here teaching, and you guys are in here getting this stuff for right now for free.
For free,
and
yeah.
I see trolls show up in the morning talking about, oh, you guys are this or you're that or you're salesman and blah blah blah. It's like, hey, you're getting this completely raw. You're seeing exactly what we're doing, and you're gonna chirp about us being sales guys. Like, come on. What do you think? Do you want access to this stuff or not? Like, you're not going to get it all for free. That's the way it works.
It's exactly. You're gonna have a group of guys that all they're gonna want to do is talk about Lucci's loss for the next 5 years.
Papu here is saying, hey, Ranchero, do you use volume profile or Wyckoff?
Volume profile in some circumstances, and I'll use my my TOS for that. And by the way, my TOS desktop is available at no cost to all of our members. All you have to do is ask for it and you'll get a link to it. And yeah, I will use volume profile from time to time. It's all of these things kind of have to line up on a big picture for me to take notice of something, but I will use volume profile, especially if it lines up with RSI and CCI and it lines up with a technical level, then I'll pay attention.
We got James here in the chat who's saying he blew up 35K. Give us, well, it's 9:30.
Here we go.
It's 9:30. Fuck me on this Bank of America, yo. Fuck me. God damn. 433 there on SPY. But again, that BAC, that Veronica one. GS here hasn't rallied at all.
Blue Water, I think, took a nice shot with BAC yesterday.
Blue Water did take a $29. He took a $29 fucking shot on that damn thing. That bastard. That rat bastard.
Rat bastard.
That rat bastard. SPY here with a little bit of a punk out. Again, make sure you guys are watching the treasuries. And then let's watch that Q guy. That Q 13,372 guy. It's going for $1.25. Pretty much the same price that he paid for. And then I also want to watch this Amazon. That's what I was playing yesterday. And those 129 calls. I am interested in. This fucking Bank of America is not even pulling back, man. You gotta be kidding me. Meanwhile, oil here is kind of coming in. Oh man, somebody just called out this BA. It's probably over 190. 191 on the BA. 191 on the BA. Fucking one more day I have to hold on this piece of shit.
Baracus. You got some early VIX selling continuation.
What the fuck? Guys, see if you can call out a pullback on that BA. Maybe we can get in. Maybe we can get in this one.
I mean, I don't know, Lucci. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I'm going to pull that up too. Pull this up to 191s here.
If you guys recall, I was messing with the Tesla yesterday. It got that spike up, and that was when I think people had asked, you know, are you going to take that overnight? Tesla is such a coin toss overnight. Until it finds a trend, it's really difficult. Really difficult. You guys notice the PayPal, the technicals just work against you. I know you guys were looking at that. Just when you see something that's in a downtrend and you're below important areas, you just got to be careful. You got to be careful. Stepping on a mound of fire ants.
Meta weekly 320s at the money.
This Amazon actually doesn't look half bad on this little pull.
Right.
And they were hitting the 120.
They were hitting 129s, I thought.
129s? Jay, do you remember?
What, the Amazon Decembers, or are you talking about short dated ones?
Well, the short dated ones they were hitting.
Oh, the 129s were early morning. That was the first size sweep that they hit.
I might
you got VIX selling here.
Jesus.
You can hear the sounds in the background.
All right, I'm going to buy 100 lot of the Amazon here.
Which strike?
I bought the 129s there.
160?
Yep.
I might join you.
Yep. And this BA here, kind of got to pull back, but not really. I want to buy some of these, but the spreads are fucking shit. Let me try to sit on the bid here and see if I can get something.
That alert is ENPH, Lucci.
Really? What is that piece of
I'm in
shit
there with
doing?
you on the Amazon.
I bought a 25 lot of the BA here as well.
Oh, ENPH is getting a nice little spike here.
You know what trade I really like, and I shouldn't fucking do it because is short the puts. Is short fucking puts. Super far out. Because I don't think we sell off at all. But that could be a dangerous trade. Per usual.
Here's your VWAP.
Tesla weeklies. So some weekly call buying in the big guys off the bell.
Tesla, you got SPY 437s really. Lottos here for today, huh? Interesting. I'm still waiting for a fucking pullback on Bank of America. You guys see this fucking thing? Fucking thing doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, that one seems a little goofy to me.
Why am I lagging here? Hold on.
All right, let me get a little starter position on BAC just to fuck around. That Amazon looks decent. Nvidia here, you got some 460 calls they're buying here for the end of the week. Yeah, nice dump here on the Nvidia here. This is just programs up and down. Programs up and down. You got to be careful on this one. GS, by the way, no love. JPM, meh. You know, City, meh. I think this is where you get a pullback on this Bank of America. Notice the Meta here kind of gave up. Amazon is kind of meh.
Meh.
It's kind of meh.
It is early. We're super early.
Yeah, that Boeing here dropped out. I'm going to dump half of it.
Amazon getting a flusher.
Yep.
That's a little deterioration in breadth, but it's early. It's common early.
That Boeing is fucking trash.
They just hose it.
They just hosed it. They just hosed it. Gotta give it a little bit. Gotta give it a little bit.
Bank of America, October monthlies for earnings. They report on the 17th, by the way, everybody. Bank of America.
Coming in.
Somebody at the office here just called out to some Tesla here. Take a look at the Amazon here. Just popped. Wow, take a look at the Tesla.
Yep, Tesla's pushing.
Whoa.
That's a nice rip.
Whoa. Program up on a lot of the tech shit.
Very nice on the Tesla.
It's an upside 9 around Tesla today. Jesus, that's a sloppy one.
He's getting a push here too. How's my Costco looking? That one was.
Yo, Ben, do you have a position on that Tesla? Which options are you going for? 265s. Let's queue up these 265s here.
PLTR getting a little play again.
Well, here's your dip.
On Tesla?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spy's on some serious chop shit right now. So I wouldn't look for Spy for direction. I'm stuck in this BA like a fucking herb. Got too cocky about it.
Yeah, Square bouncing nicely. Bova, some positive comments I posted earlier.
Gap fill 188.5 on Boeing.
Flow-wise, guys, sweepers, same names as yesterday. Some bull flow early on.
Ben, let me know if you get in. I mean, if you look at what they're buying here in the room here, there's a lot of Tesla calls coming out. 267.5, 262.5. You got 287.5. That's all for the end of the week. That's all for the end of the week. It's almost like they don't give a shit here.
The Howard Semi's looking. SMCI's got a nice rip up higher.
Right. So we just punked 263 here on Tesla.
Yeah, I mean, you could trigger here on the Tesla.
I think SPY's going to keep fucking with us.
Probably.
I mean, the Amazon tape looks good. The only thing is, SPY is meh. Treasuries here don't look too hot. Okay, there's your lows a day here on SPY. I don't think it's that big of a deal. That Bank of America though, yo, fucking somebody's up to something on that shit, man. You got a BAC kind of. Ben, let me know what you want to do on this. Careful. Yeah, I like the long better, but I actually hate both of them. I actually hate both of them because it's just chop, and we're just guessing. It's just, yeah, we're just guessing.
Tesla's got a trigger here. Yeah, that's your trade right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, did you catch the program dump? So you got it off the program dump.
I got it when it went off.
Oh, Amazon Prime Day today.
That Amazon looks better. I got 100 lot of that Amazon. At least I'm making
Prime Day today, right?
Oh, it's Prime Day today?
Prime time, Lucci.
Am I asking too much to get a nice little 4-point move on Amazon right now?
4 point. Jesus, bro. I'm gonna add another 10 on the Tesla. I feel like my entry is fucking shit though for it. Let me just wait. Somebody's talking about great alert on that EMPH. God damn, look at this thing. 124, 124. Yeah. So you're getting a lot of fucking off-brand names here. Just making rallying. Moves. Making moves. That Shopify there too, you know? Shit like this. Could add on my Boeing here, but I haven't done it yet. Amazon looks good. Amazon looks good.
Don't whisper.
Amazon looks decent.
Mostly bulk flow out there. No put sweepers to be found.
That NVIDIA here swept right back up to highs.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of NVIDIA, let's check on the Condor here. Oh, Condors. If you guys are in Condors, you should be at 50% right now, if not better. So you can take your Condors off here if you haven't already.
Nice.
A little more NVIDIA weekly activity.
At Amazon fresh highs.
Yeah.
We're looking pretty good there. What is our exit on the Amazon?
The 21-day or close to it is at 130.40.
130.40.
And if you look left, you're at an area where it needs to kind of get through. If it can't, right. We might be at a spot where it catches a little dip. But if you look at this candle here, it lines up almost perfectly with the 21. So that's a decent looking target area.
ENPH looked like a sweeper writing October 134 calls into this trend.
Really? ENPH. What about this Roku bet that you just flagged? This Roku's looking interesting too. Roku here, the $80 strike. Small money though. ENPH writing October calls into the strength. Continues to be a piece of shit. Treasuries don't look too hot, man. Treasuries don't look too hot. They really don't look too hot. Where's that Tesla?
15 minutes into the trading session, all three of the major indices are in positive territory now, with the NASDAQ up about 25 points, the Russell 2000 up 0.5%. The U.S. 10-year yield remains lower by about 8 basis points from Friday's close at just about 4.7%.
Ron Cherry, it looks like you're sitting in that Amazon there with 100 lot.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't
want
think
this
we
thing to
have-
keep pushing, or
Yeah.
I got to claw back a little bit here. All right, I'm gonna take some of that. I'm gonna take it off.
Yo, Blue Water closed out his Bank of America calls for almost a double. Fucking
Nice.
bastard. Fucking bastard. There's their Tesla. Let's go. I don't have enough. I only got a 20 lot on that, but that Tesla looks good.
Here's your Amazon. So I took my Amazon off just because I didn't like how it was flagging right here, but I'm no problem re-engaging if I need to.
You took your Amazon off.
Yep.
Really? Interesting. I mean, Tesla. Benny, we in this?
JPM 1013 they report.
Okay, I'm gonna cover half of that Tesla and then hold the other half. That was a nice move. And we bought what, $4, $4.70. Shit, dale. I mean, they were buying what? You even have some JPM buyers coming in here. This is interesting. AC Fresh Eye Spy looks good. Spy looks better. Dan here is talking about this SMCI. Oh shit, this thing's up fucking 14. Look at this thing into the gap here. Ron Cherry, you gotta look at this thing.
Yeah, I know. Gap fill's a long way away, but
Yeah,
into the gap.
Forget about AMD.
It's
and
not an easy name to trade. You got to buy this one and hold your nose. And it is trending to the upside now. 821 cross, you're over the 50, you're over the 8, you're over the 21. I mean, geez, the thing looks good. Technically, it looks good.
Bostic saying the impact of the war in Israel on the economy is uncertainty. Initial comments from the Fed's Bostic.
Oh, he spoke at 9:30, right? That guy spoke at 9:30.
Yeah, he likes to run his mouth continuously.
Oh, does he? Do he?
We do.
They were buying that JPM. They're buying that JPM 148 and 174 calls here on the JPM, and these are all just sweeps, of course. But I kind of like it.
Earnings the 13th. When's that?
That's Friday.
Oh, Friday.
Friday. Yeah.
Look at the Friday earnings. Jesus. Oh, I have this sheet up still. What the hell am I doing? There we go.
Guys, go back to your PayPal for a second. One of the reasons this thing triggered me is not from the commentary that person said in the thread, but I've tried trading this thing, and this thing owes me. So that's why I bring that up. So check it out. I mean, technically, you're below the 8, you're below the 21, you're below the 50. Any kind of a pop, this continues to get met with stiff resistance. So I don't like it, not because of that person mentioned it. I don't like it because it owes me money, and I didn't trade that thing well. So I that's why I say exercise some caution with PayPal. It's meant to break your heart.
Silvers is saying you get a bullish divergence on the daily on PayPal. Tesla, yo vendí la mitad de la posición y yo voy a aguantar el resto.
There's your trigger on Tesla.
Solo para que, just to see si pega 267 o algo así. Porque si sube el mercado otra vez, vamos a seguir subiendo. I mean, grita a Ben because he called it out and he's not even in the shit. Sí, un cabrón, un pendejo,
Bostic saying inflation has improved considerably.
This Amazon is glacial.
Yeah. I think you got now
Bostic saying
SPY
there's still
here
a
hit
long
a
way to
fresh
go to
high.
get to the inflation target.
No, I didn't. I did not.
All right, covered more of the Tesla.
Nice.
Okay.
Covered more of the Tesla. Let me take a look back at this Bank of America. It's kind of flat, just sitting here doing nothing. I do like the JPM, you know, for continuation. Why don't I just buy 1,000 shares?
Neo, VFS more puts, Lucci.
VFS.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, they've plastered that thing with puts.
Yeah, they want it to go to 0.
Fucking stupid thing.
We got more VIX bleeding here early on. Might become a problem by late morning if this continues.
All right, that's your SPY. That's your SPY high here. Amazon still looks fine. Tesla, to me, you still hold all of this. I don't think you have a reason to. I don't think you have a reason to come out of this,
There's
especially
no
when
reason
they're.
to come out of anything just yet.
Yeah, like they're buying names like UPST. Like, look at this shit. Look at this shit. They're buying a firm. They're buying, you know, all this crap here. I mean, even EMP. I mean, come on. If they're buying EMPH, the fuck, what the fuck? The fuck else you need to know? But notice now the
Saying there's
rotation.
certainly more for us to do.
Where's that target? Oh man, look at the target. Look at the target. Nice call. Ask Chrissy Trades. Ask Chrissy Trades in the room here. Call this one out. Pretty nice. Finally. How's your Chewy doing?
And
That's
he
a
does
good
believe we're
pet
in a
name.
good place for policy to get us
Shit,
to
pet
the
name.
2% inflation goal.
That's tough.
Okay, I'm gonna burn out another quarter on Amazon
Bostic saying
here. I only got a
we have
25
a
left.
recession in his dot plot forecast.
But that Tesla was the move. That Tesla was the move for sure. For sure. Other than that, let's take a little walk around here. Let's take a look at oil. Oil here, just not really doing anything. Take a look at the treasuries. It's kind of meh. You know, if you look at the meta, some of the large cap stocks that have been moving, they're just kind of dry here now. If we go back to the Boeing here, it's kind of meh. Take a look at some of these banks, GS, BAC, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously, you had a huge move here this morning, and waiting now to see what happens. That JPM had some runners on it. If you take a look at the Citigroup, it's still going. You know, so I still like the bank trade higher. Just kind of missed the meat of it. So if you missed it, you missed it. You know, which I fucking basically did. What do y'all got? What do y'all got?
Bostic saying he does think their policy rate is sufficiently restrictive to get inflation to 2%.
Ranchero here. Looks like you closed your Amazon there.
I did. It was not as, it wasn't as bright and shiny as Tesla and ENPH and everything else. And I was just like, you know what? If it's not going to perform that way, then I need to just book some profits and move on.
Okay. Nicely done. I mean, you made a little chunk.
I'm scraping a little back.
Scraping a little back.
Could
There's
take
really no standout name flow wise. It's just scattered, scattered bull flow.
Yeah, but it's bull. But it's bullish.
Yeah, all bullish. And the VIX is, I mean, if you're long, just hang long till they stop bleeding the VIX. The VIX is bleeding you.
Yeah, I mean, guys, take a look at these certain. You guys can see these certain names here. Look at this fucking AI. Look at this fucking AI. You guys, there was that news on Unity this morning too. I don't know what that was all about, but that was also pretty interesting. Tesla here is showing no signs of slowing down yet. Let's take a look at that. Pins here. Pins is over yesterday's highs. What was that other name we were looking at yesterday? The one that fucking PLTR. Where's that shit? 18 and change. So it's kind of dead here. Amazon, we're kind of already out. Here's your dip here that you could possibly try to hit on the Amazon if you still like that. Unity CEO left. All right. You gotta love how that's big mover. On the stocks here. Let's take a look at some of these casinos here. What do we got? 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 blah.
Processing things come in differently from my outlook. We might have to increase rates, but that's not my current outlook.
John T is saying Q's might break 50-day SMA. John T, is English your first language? I just would like to know, because if it is, and you used break RAKE instead of EAK, and English is your first language, you know, I need to. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not his
There's
first
nothing
language.
that drives me
He's
more
good.
nuts than losing.
No,
loose.
he's
I
good. though.
want to.
No, he's good. He's good. It's not his first language though, so it's all good, baby.
Hey, Jay,
Yeah.
spell a lot for me.
Oh, here we go.
A lot. A lot.
Yeah,
Hey,
a lot.
It's 2 words.
There
Are you
you go.
sure? Are you sure it's 2 words?
Why? Who says it's not?
Every time I see you post something that says a lot, you mash it all together.
Oh yeah, but that's typing. I don't use apostrophes. What do you think I'm doing? Getting graded here? He's grading my.
I just want to know. If you know, I'm cool with that.
Jesus, that's what drives you nuts a
We're in
lot.
the process of finding a new equilibrium.
No apostrophe.
Listen, I have I have a lot of triggers, bro. I have a lot of triggers.
Yeah, mine. I'm telling you, mine's the. For some reason, I don't know why. The lose and loose. It drives me nuts.
Little dip on the Tesla, bought right back up. Those 270s that I was playing with yesterday, I don't even remember what I paid for those things, but they're $3 now. I mean, maybe I was playing them at $1.60 or 80 or something like that. What did they get down to this morning? A buck. Like if I held those overnight and they opened at $1 after I paid like $1.70 or 80 on 100 lot, I for sure would have eaten the loss on it. For sure.
Eat it.
And then it would have ripped up in my face. That's why I can't in an account of this size, I can't take 100 lots overnight. I got to be over 100 to do that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I love that you have the rule for that, because it's such a fucking necessary thing. I mean, if you're gonna do a 20K account, hold them overnights. It's just Jesus.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's scary. It's scary. And I know, because fucking I hold overnights all the fucking time, even with huge ass accounts. And Jesus, fucking, you know, you're going for it more or less, which is what I do. It's my fucking middle name. All right, here, SPY slowly just pushing higher, which is basically what we want to see, because we're long a bunch of names. But you clearly see, guys, now that you have to rotate. You got to rotate. You got to rotate to the right shit.
Q's breaking above the 50-day moving average. If they don't flip to the chasers, this might be our guy's move. I might have
Classic committing, yes, is solid and strong.
October 13.
Royal here is talking about a Microsoft fade. Yeah, but overall, where's the Apple? Yeah, it's not big cap. It's not big cap shit. It's the smaller fucking trash names.
Estimated to the California August wholesale inventories final reading expected minus 0.1%.
That's the fresh highs. Fresh highs on the Tesla.
Jay, remind me how much that guy paid for those 372s?
Which
Buck
one's
and a
that?
quarter. Buck and a quarter.
So they're
The Q.
44
Buck
now. I'm
buck and a
thinking
quarter.
about a trade here.
Highs in the morning here, the Dow 40, the S&P 14. Crude futures.
You know what? You guys are calling out that LMT. Those were good shorts today. Yeah, those are good shorts. Clean shorts today. Shit. Shit.
I'm taking some of these Qs, the same line, the same expo.
$434 SPY. $434 SPY. Big
services
fuck,
bookings.
man. Fuck.
Zulu Echo Alpha.
Fuck.
All right, so 372 is their target on this. Oh, so here's this target is what? 368.91.
Hyatt and Headspace expanding the
Spike.
collaboration.
We got our first put sweep of the morning, VRT into strength. That actually has been seeing a lot of call buying VRT. So some protection there. Probably for earnings, 1025.
Yeah, all those look good.
All right, so 10 o'clock here, a little nonsense economic data are out. The problem is going to end up being this VIX, aggressive selling in VIX. We're going to get some sell signals on the anti-VIX more than likely at some point.
Can you explain to everybody what the fuck the anti-VIX is?
Yeah, it's just really just common sense. It's not that complicated. It's basically a sentiment measure. It measures aggressive buying and selling in the VIX.
Okay.
All right. So think of it logically, right? You like to think of this through trader emotion.
Okay.
When they're aggressively selling the VIX, what's their emotion?
When they're aggressively selling the VIX, that means panic and fucking. Oh no, sorry.
No.
That means bullish. But
Right.
that means we're buying like crazy.
They've been doing the past 2 days.
Yes.
They feel comfortable, right?
Yes.
So when that gets to an extreme, you got to be careful because the market likes to catch those guys, right? You get these rinses out of nowhere. And the opposite, when they're buying the VIX out of fear aggressively, it's a good measure of fear and usually find bottoms and lows around there. So that's basically what it is.
Got you. But why do they call it the anti-VIX?
I call it like the Antichrist, the anti-VIX. I don't know. I named it that.
It gives it some flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. There is where's the BA guy? The guy who was shitting on my BA, bro. I made all my cash back and then some, man. So fuck you, bro.
And you got some Square October call activity. There's been some Jan call buying in Square recently.
You want condensation. That's some condensation.
Some of the levered ETFs involved in the buying of this recent program here.
All right, let's get back to it here. Defense names wrecked. That's kind of comedy. The BA here slowly coming back. Remember, I have these short options here that are looking pretty good. If the BA comes back for me, I'll be looking better there. I still have some Amazon left. And if you notice, the Amazon is now at highs. Amazon is now at highs. Ranchero, are you back in this thing?
I went into the queues. I followed the 372 guy on the same
On
line.
the Fridays?
That's what the ETFs. I think the ETFs are just the safer move here. It's so scattered.
It does.
Well,
I agree. I agree there
appreciate-
100%.
Amazon didn't move like I wanted it to move, so I when it doesn't happen on my time, I look for something that's working on my time.
For those of you guys who are saying the stream is entertainment, I appreciate it, man. That's what we wanted you guys to enjoy. I still have 25 left on the Amazon. I'm gonna burn another 15 on that. It looks like that 130 area though may actually get hit on the Amazon there.
I just didn't have the patience for it.
I get that. Now, if you take a look at this Boeing here, I think you're gonna have to sit in this for a while, but I think it's gonna come back to highs and then some. because yesterday it kind of did the same thing. It was just kind of slow and just melted up towards the afternoon session. If you take a look back at the treasuries here, you know, the treasuries are swinging back up here as well. So that doesn't look that bad either. As for anybody who's watching that Q line, remember that 372 Q line here. Let's do a quick update on that 372 Q line. We'll take a look at the chain right here. 372 Q line. They bought for 1.25 here yesterday, and remember they put down about 2 million on this line. And if we take a look at where they're at now, we look at the 372s, and they are at $1.65. So they're already up a fat chunk here. On the Qs here. Let's take a look back at that Tesla. Notice Tesla is kind of stalled out here a little bit. We are also still in the Bank of America. We have a 600 lot on the Bank of America here. What do you want to do with this? Anybody? Anybody want to help? Fuck it. Let me just sell some of this before I get fucking fucked. All right, selling out of some of the Bank of America. We made like $3 grand off this thing. Whatever. I'll take that shit. Where are you going? Did you hit the Tesla long?
I was in spot at 433.
Uh-huh.
And then I stopped at 4. I was in it for a little bit, and then I got out on the candle that it shot up.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take a trade right now because I'll just be a retard.
All right, so for you, it's more this mind shit, bro. That Tesla was all yours, bro. That shit was yours, bro. Packaged, gift wrap, motherfucker. Even the herb beat you today, bro. You go think about your life, bro, while you on that scooter, bro. All right, check the Bank of America here.
The banks are. I'm not even looking at the banks. The banks are moving. Yeah,
Yo,
right.
check
the banks
the
moving.
Bank of America, 27 on the
You know
BAC
what?
here. All right, guys, I dumped half of it.
Could have played FAS off the
I
open.
dumped half of it, and let's see what happens on the rest of it. And remember, it's only another 200, so I really don't give a shit about most of it. The Amazon, I'm pretty much out of. I'm going to cover everything on the Amazon here just to get the hell out of it. What else do we have? We still have the BA, we have the BAC, and then we have the short SPX. So we're doing okay here. We're doing okay here. How's my boy Ronch doing here? You covered that, Hughes?
Just stacking. I scalped that Q line. I'm looking to get it again.
Okay.
You know, we're obviously going to get pullbacks. So pullbacks to spots is what I'm looking for to re-engage. If they buy it on the dips, we buy it back.
Fucking Roku. Nice little pop out of Roku today, right? God damn it. They set that one up.
That's not what
All
I want.
right. For me, all right, fresh highs here. James is saying, who said they took 2K to over 100K in a year yesterday? I don't know who that was, but I've done it before. I remember. Shit, I had a 2K account in Fidelity that I was getting choked out on, and I focused. I kind of traded a lot like what Ranchero is doing right now, just clean shots and taking the profit quick, and I was able to grow that over 100.
What was that? Off the 2009 bottom, Luke?
Nah, man, that was fucking 2016 or something like that. Yo,
we've got a guy that did this on Neo after the big pullback. He took 20 grand and turned it into 2 million.
Get the fuck out of here!
We did it in the TTP room. We still have it documented.
Wow.
Charlie's got it. I sent it to Charlie.
This guy's with the lawnmower here today. What's today? Tuesday? I'll fucking choke this guy out. I swear to God.
You ain't gonna do shit, guys. Take a look at the Bank of America. Take a look at the Bank of America, guys. I'm gonna close this out, but holy shit!
What is he doing over here with?
What did you do on the Bank of America?
Bro, I fucking bought 60 cents on the
Beautiful.
26 and a halves, and I'm selling 75 here.
That is beautiful.
But the 27 calls were just a straight double here.
Nicely done.
Fucking BAC, man.
Huge
You know
little
what was
pullback
nicely
here.
done? What's nicely done is Blue Water. Yo, he clipped another 100 of the BAC at 80 cents, so he caught a double on that. He caught a double on this. Fucking Blue Water. I don't know.
Not a bad place to re-engage on cues with this little pull.
Jesus, fresh highs on everything.
7-11 looks good. Somebody asking me about SMCI puts when it's trending. Be careful. Maybe you catch it for a scalp, but you're probably better off looking for dips to buy. Like you got to do it at levels.
Flash, those clicking levels are all, correct me if I'm wrong, Jesus, but those are all like we're hitting highs, correct?
Hold on a second. I can't hear you. I got this ghetto blaster lawnmower guy over here in my ear. I can't even hear.
All right, we're gonna
What'd you
cut
say?
your what's those noises here that people want to know?
Yeah, the lawnmower. Oh, the sounds. Those are
Yeah.
Programs. Hold
All
on.
right.
I gotta shut my window. Let me just shut my window. Nice breeze. I gotta shut my window.
There's barely a pull on Tesla.
I see the Google. That is comedy.
Oops.
Those sounds are the sounds and it's like the pop off the bat of at a baseball game. You know what I mean?
Look at the Costco.
Guys, treasuries here.
You got everything still confirming squeeze across the board.
Yep.
And I think the only issue is going to be the anti-VIX. Not that it can't overshoot it. We've seen markets rip through it, but you got to be on alert for a rinse if we get there. We're not there yet.
Jesus, do me a favor. Minimize that little thing at the bottom of your screen, that little settings thing with the music and the...
Oh, how'd that come up? Why does that keep coming up, man?
Okay, guys, check out the Boeing here. It's looking a little bit better. We're getting kind of a melt up here. Let's switch over to the Boeing. It's trading about 191. I'm almost green on it, so that's okay. I got profits on my shorts SPX. That's going well today.
Did the
Now,
guys never mind, keep going. I'm sorry.
the cues here is kind of where I fucked up, man. Just having that swing out there, but I'm not really swinging, so I can't really be mad at myself. So whatever, it is what it is, man. Ron Share, you see your cues now?
I do. I kind of diverted my attention to the cues, or sorry, to Costco, because if the cues are pumping, I'm looking at Costco, and if that thing gets a 20-point move, then that's going to be where I want to be. If they're ifs.
Yeah.
Retrace of the whole move from yesterday would be 567, and then gap fill up to 569. So in my window are the 567 and a halves for this week. I wanted to pull the trigger earlier and I did not. So
interesting.
Crossroads.
Whoever called out that SMCI, you guys got to look at this fucking thing. Can we short this thing? Jesus Christ. Give me 1,000 shares short of this fucking piece of shit.
Be careful, man.
I know. It ain't a short. It ain't a fucking short. Look at this thing. It's fucking ridiculous.
You're fighting the tide on this one.
So SPY here is at that gap area already that we were talking about. So this is really interesting.
And
Kid
SPY's
next
got
to
a
me.
gap to fill to 438.60.
Are you still in? All right. Kid next to me is still in SPY. He's cut this whole move.
Oh, good for him.
Indeed. If you ask him where he's going to cover, he'll say never. So let's not say anything until he actually fucking covers it. Guys, check out the treasuries. Check out the treasuries. This is going to change everything. This is going to change everything, and that's going to give a lot of wind here. A lot of wind here to what's going on here.
From the Israel's energy minister.
What's that news out of Israel, Jay?
I did not hear it. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
No
What did
worries.
he say?
I don't know.
Let me see.
As well as comments from Fed Bostic as well.
Natalia, el secundario, ¿dónde estamos?
Any more rate increases. However, did say that if things come differently from his outlook, he might have to increase rates, but that's not his current outlook.
Yeah, just to give another update on that Q bet 372s, they're going for about $1.70 here.
It might trigger here, so I'm looking to re-engage if it's gonna crack out.
You got IWM a little more buying. I played some of that TNA that I've been showing charts of this morning. Caught some action yesterday. TNA we were talking about.
Check out the MasterCard and the Visa. They have completely retraced their whole, that shit moved down. Bank of America's at highs. Motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Yeah, damn. That's one of those mornings, like you don't know. Well, me personally, I don't know what name to play. Everything looks so bullish. You just try to get your hands on something, but there were definitely better things to buy here. Jesus Christ. Flow's kind of scattered all over the place amongst different things. Pretty broad, though. Super Scion signal has been money. Now we're all going to load up on the next one and lose our ass. Unfi, yeah, food name. That looked interesting, right? That's a heavily shorted name too, GJT. Unfi. You get your hands on any TNA, GJT? I know that's you got a fetish with that thing. Where's the hold on a second? Tupperware. I like squeezing this Tupperware.
Q's could trigger here.
That Amazon back at highs. That Amazon back at highs. And by the way,
seeing some buying with time. Apple Igloo.
This fucking Bank of America. Are you fucking kidding me? I wonder, Dimitri here, if he's still short the. All right, guys. 10-minute countdown here. We are going to move over to the main steam room here. So far this morning, fuck man, it's been pretty juicy. This has been pretty juicy. You got good moves, clean moves on the Amazon. You had clean moves on the Tesla. You had a clean move on the Bank of America. You had a clean move on SPY and Qs. I think the indexes were way better of a trade than most other things. And then you had all those beaten down names that got bought back up, like the Targets of the world, the fucking Rokus and SMCIs and stuff that I really wasn't watching for. So could I have directed my attention to some of those names a little bit better? I think so. But all in all here, it's a pretty good day. I mean, if I'm making 10 grand, 15 grand, it's a good day. Could I have made more? Fuck yeah.
Here we go. Here
Fuck
we
yeah.
go again.
Come on, man. Can I? All right. You're right. You're right. I gotta stop even thinking about that to begin with. However, it's just so natural. You know what I mean? By the way,
So
that Bank of
natural.
America, that Bank of America is fucking steamrolling here. Shit didn't even have a damn pullback. Look at this thing, 27 and a
Yeah,
15.
forgot all about the banks. I wanted to maybe play that FAS this morning. I was thinking about that yesterday, but I didn't even look at the banks.
You know what was it? You know what was the bank that that I really wanted was this FCNCA. Remember the bank that took over the
Oh, yeah.
yeah, the
FN, what is it again? FN?
FCNCA. And
First
in
Citizen.
reality, they've never sold this thing off. This is the best bank hands down that
That's a Fannie Mae or some shit, isn't it?
it's First Citizens.
First Citizens.
It's
Oh,
First Citizens. Yeah. Anyway, so unbelievable there. Any questions, guys? Do you guys want to ask us here
this
before
is
we
not the
move
one I'm
over
thinking
to
of.
the
Look,
regular steam room? And again, this day's not over. This day's not over at all. There's fucking action out the wazoo here. They're even coming in sweeping AI 30 calls for next year, which is comedy. They're still buying all these indexes, and we're still getting a ton of bets that are coming in on Tesla. If you notice here, you're getting a decent dip here on this Tesla too, so maybe you can go for round 2 here as well. Action doesn't stop in the steam room, guys, just because it's fucking 10:30. All right. So get your
nice
butts.
job, Blue Water. Nice job, brother.
Get your butts. What he took the Bank of America off. Okay, this is what I'm saying here. Let's go check out
90 cents. What was it? Oh, 28. He said,
he
right?
had the
28.
28 calls. He had them for like 30, but he had them for next week, and he had them for like 30 cents, 30, 40 cents, or something like that, maybe 39
Wow.
cents, 38 cents. And then
Almost a
covered it
triple
here.
then.
Covered it here at 90 here. Really fucking nice trade on the. And Blue Water doesn't usually trade the banks, does he?
Yeah, he sneaks in. He's very selective. He's very selective with his shit.
You know, and it's a way here is saying, is the steam room the same steam room that Jesus hosts? Yeah, it's the same one.
Same thing.
It's the same one. You know. And then again, Nikki is asking how much is the cost. You can see right on your. I believe you can check out the landing page that we have right there in front of you. You can go ahead and click on that, and you can get a super cheap 2-week access for $8, for literally $8 freaking bucks, and you can hop in with us, and that is live all freaking day, and you're seeing us trade live all day, shouting out a lot of things that are going on. And again, Jesus is at the forefront of it, pushing all the action. We have a lot of different tools that you can check out inside the room. Yeah, it's a dope place to be. A lot of other good traders in there as well. And we'll keep the action going for a little bit. Let's pipe in, check out with Ron Chero here, seeing how he's doing on the day. He's up about 1,300. Jesus' job is definitely crazy, man. The man does a lot of work for the room, and I don't know how the fuck he does all of it. I really don't. But he's there for
He
us.
just kind of the main focus of the loop.
A lot of these snap calls getting bought right now. Check out the snap here. Check out the snap. I mean, remember, we were talking
saw
about
a little bit
names
of that
that,
yesterday, right?
yeah, we are talking about names that, Nikki is saying, how much does it cost a member a year? We'd actually recommend that for you, Nikki, because again, you can save on the annual. You know what I mean? So totally recommend that. And then you can get the steam room for the whole year. Okay. What do we got? SMX. What is SMX? SMX. These are small caps here. Let's take a look at this one. Security matters. Wow. Very interesting. If we move over to the NVIDIA here, let's take a walk around here in the club here before we head out to the main room. If you look at some of those large cap names that have performed well over the past couple of days, notice those are not where the performance is. That ain't where you're getting your performance. You're getting your performance in some of the banks. You're getting your performance in some of the the fucking names that nobody's really looking at, the Rokus of the world, the Targets, You know, shit like this. Look at this fucking Target. This is where the cash is. Jesus. We missed this completely.
All these things were down like for 3 straight months, right? And then
Fucking
rallying here.
Missed that shit
Overdue squeezes.
completely. I missed that shit completely. You know, you'd think they'd come for my Boeing, man, but they still can't come for this shit, man.
If they don't come for Boeing in this squeeze, then forget it. This thing's a lost cause.
Right. This thing's a fucking done.
The
Josh.
new Widowmaker. That's it. Officially. No more Gilead. It's taking the crown.
Bapu, we have a couple different products. The complete flow is basically Jesus teaching you how to use the flow, and then you can get the 1 year steam room. If you're asking me which one I would take the 1 year in the steam room, hands down, bro, hands down. Gregory's saying the live stream is a lot of value, but I'm more interested in the in-person trading coaching. I mean, that's going to cost you, Gregory. If you're still interested after what I just said, you let me know, and you can come down to Puerto Rico, and we do that here in Puerto Rico, right? So if you want the one-on-one, like I said, it's going to cost you, but you know, we can do that. We can do that here. So that way you're here, you're with me at the office, you're with everybody else here as well. We're working on your game plans. We're beating the shit out of each other every single day because, you know, it's about accountability. That's what you're looking for. So we do that down here in Puerto Rico. So if you're still interested, you let me know. And I'll go ahead and reach out to you, send you the details. But like I said, be ready to fucking pay, bro.
You should blunt that. Be ready to open up that wall, yo.
Be ready to open up that exactly. You know what I mean? Because the shit is every day. You're with us every day. It's a whole lifestyle change, bro. It's
and
everything.
plus, you're in sunny Puerto Rico.
And you're in Puerto Rico. You're with us on the beach. You're with us everywhere, bro.
Sunscreen
Spy Fresh Highs.
Callus on your liver is what you need.
Spy Fresh Highs. The kid next to me is still fucking holding his spy calls.
Oh, nice. He got the diamond handing it.
Diamond handing it.
It's not even any pullback.
Diamond handing that shit. Yeah, you can come to the whole fam.
SE, let me see. I'm sure there's some volume, a lot of volume in so many of these things. Hold on. SE.
Best decision I ever made.
What?
Yeah, you got a little volume there. October 40 and a halves.
Well, you haven't said it on here. So come over here and say it.
Short-term stuff like everything else.
What's up, guys? I'm the kid who sits next to Lucci, the Herb.
Nice hair, Herb.
Yeah, the decision I ever made coming out here. Oh, and Ranchero and Jesus. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I watch the videos a lot, so yeah, you guys are all my heroes. So thank you.
Hey, you made us some money too along the way here, Ben. Keep it up.
How old is Ben? Ben's how old?
That's not Ben. That's Doug.
Oh, it's Doug.
How old is Doug?
That's Doug.
Doug, Ben, same shit. How old?
Doug is 12. Ben might be 14.
He looks 12.
Oh man, nothing better than starting young in this game, right?
Sure.
There's nothing better than to start young in this game.
All right, Gregory, I'm gonna hit you up, man. All right. Actually, let me just drop my my email here.
What are you doing with these? Tesla.
So Gregory, do me a favor. That email that I just gave you, man, just email me your info. Send me your phone number. Send me your phone number, and we get a call going here. All right, guys. Listen, we're gonna move out. Thanks everybody for joining. We'll see you in the steam room again. All it's going to cost you is $8 to get in there for 2 weeks. You fucking just do that right now, at least, and then we'll keep talking over there. And then you can figure out if you want to continue, which you will anyway.
Yeah,
right?
for $8. I mean, you can't. Come on, $8. That's ridiculous. You asked me 2 weeks. I'm just being honest. You know, that's crazy.
All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you in the room.
Thanks, guys. Later.
Good luck the rest of the way, guys.